Hey folks, I'm your host Brett Rasmussen, and you're watching Back to Skool, your guide to riding backcountry terrain Rasmussen style. In this episode, let's discuss how to dodge hidden obstacles, avoiding damage to your sled. Many times, extensive sled damage can be avoided simply by paying attention to the signs on the surface of the snow. Some more obvious than others. That fluffy, soft-looking pillow really isn't what it looks. Potentially, it's a landmine. If the hazard is in clear view, that's one thing, but if it is hidden, it requires a trained eye to identify it. I like to compare this to a river guide who knows from a day-to-day basis where the hazards are in the river, not only from memory, but also by observing the water flow characteristics. As the water flow in the river decreases, it will create more and more hazards. Once they are exposed, they become more obvious, but when hidden by water, it takes a skilled guide to recognize the danger. Unlike a river, we tend not to follow the same route each day, so the memory of a hidden object is less useful. We need to depend heavily on recognition of hazards by looking for inconsistencies in the snow surface. A slight bump, a change in the surface texture, or even a different shade and color of the snow could be a sign of a hazard. If you suspect a hazard that could potentially cause harm to you or your sled, it comes down to safely navigating over or around it. Normally, all you need to do is prevent the ski from penetrating the snow surface, and all will be okay. Often, I will just do a quick countersteer to lift the one ski over the bump, avoiding any kind of mishap that could occur. Or if I'm on my edge and see perhaps a down log that could upset my sled, I'll simply set the sled down on two skis, proceed across the obstacle, and then immediately bring the sled back to its edge. Another way to cross the hazard would be to step back on the running board and accelerate, lifting on the bars to bring the front of the sled up and over the hazard. If you can get the skis across the obstacle, most likely you won't see any damage to the rest of the sled, as the track and rear suspension are very durable. The key point here is to keep the skis light whenever you suspect unseen obstacles. And if you have to dip a ski, reduce your speed and advance carefully. Practice lifting the skis over an obstacle, or randomly set your sled down to both skis and bring it back to its edge just to see how quickly it can be accomplished. Thanks for watching Back to Skool. In the next episode, we will cover hitting your marks for successful route navigation. If you find these tutorials helpful and want the full experience, we'd love to have you join us on the mountain. Get details about our in-person clinics at riderasmussenstyle.com. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.